All right, let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention but is so important to understand: developmental coordination disorder, or as it's often called, dyspraxia. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I've heard of it, but I'm not quite sure what it is, don't worry, let's break it down. At its core, DCD is a neurodevelopmental condition that impacts motor skill development and coordination. And no, it's not just about being a bit clumsy, it's a whole lot more complex than that. Imagine struggling with everyday tasks like writing, tying your shoelaces, or even riding a bike, things that most of us take for granted. That's the reality for someone with DCD. Now, here's the thing, the exact cause of DCD, well, it's still a bit of a mystery, but what we do know is that it involves differences in brain function and structure, particularly in the areas responsible for motor control. So let's take a closer look at what's going on up there, shall we? First up, we've got motor planning. This is the brain's ability to think through and execute movement sequences. For someone with DCD, this can feel like trying to choreograph a dance routine without any music. It's tricky, to say the least. The neural pathways that coordinate muscle action, they're just not firing in the usual way. Then there's sensory integration. This is where the brain processes and responds to sensory information, like balance, spatial awareness, and body positioning. For someone with DCD, these signals can get a bit, well, jumbled. Imagine trying to balance on a tightrope, but the rope keeps shifting under your feet. That's what it can feel like. And here's something fascinating. Research has shown that children with DCD may have differences in brain structure, especially in areas like the cerebellum and the motor cortex. These are the brain's motor skill headquarters. And when they're wired a little differently, it can make learning and performing motor tasks a real challenge. Now, while DCD is primarily about motor skills, it doesn't stop there. It can also impact cognitive functions like attention and executive functioning. Why? Because when motor tasks take so much more effort, it leaves less brain power for everything else. It's like trying to juggle while riding a unicycle. Exhausting, right? But here's the good news. Early intervention and tailored support can make a huge difference. With the right strategies, individuals with DCD can develop their motor skills, boost their confidence, and absolutely thrive in their daily lives. So if you know someone with DCD, or maybe you're just curious about how the brain works, remember this: differences don't mean deficits, they mean diversity. And by embracing that, we can create a world where everyone has the tools to succeed. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.